of Eric Evans. Not quite sure why Eric is starting from the pit lane. I didn't get that information ahead of time, but nonetheless, he will start from the pit lane as well. You can hear the revs coming up, and we are away. And a great start from Nico Christodoulou. In fact, both of the Velocity Racing Development teammates got a great jump as Nico's going to try to go around the outside of Noel Leon in the run down to the horseshoe. Leon is making that car as wide as he can, but it's too wide into the braking zone for the horseshoe turn. Leon is going to keep a nose ahead. Right behind it is Jason Alder with Nico Christodoulou right there on the outside. Now it looks like Alder might have just a bit of an advantage as they come through the kink there in turn 2, and then the sweeping NASCAR turn. They're still too wide. 4-second spot into the very tricky left hook. This is a turn where we've watched a lot of the drivers really have trouble getting the power down coming out of that and then into the snake, which is the little bit of lower S's, if you will, as we've got a car stalled here on the pit lane, the 17 car of Jose Andres Martinez, not able to get started, getting a push from his crew to try to get it underway, but Noel Leon leading through the climbing S's all the way up into Oak Tree Bend, and it looks like Kaerung Lee has gone off again at that very tricky spot. So Kaerung having an interesting start to his race here.
Seeing a lot of guys getting very racy here going into Oak Tree. Very quick early in the race, boys. We got a long way to go.
Yeah, so far everybody's minding their P's and Q's and heading down the back straightaway as they're snaking their way, trying to break the draft. The draft's so important in this class. These cars able to race a little closer because they don't have quite the aerodynamics of your Formula Regional cars.
Indeed, you know, it's kind of more like a go-kart race. You almost kind of think of it as well. You got that huge draft that can kind of slipstream people right up against each other. But again, this is the longest straightaway, so a really good overtaking opportunity as they head up towards the roller coaster.
Getting a great camera shot as you can see them plunging downhill as they make their way into the roller coaster, heading down toward the hog pen turn. As we see the 31 car of Christian VIR on debut, making his first start with us, and Christian doing a great job staying with these front runners who are much more experienced. As we see the field come through, Matt Clark, the man who is chasing Noel Leon for the points championship, sets the fastest lap of the race, and I want to see what the progress is of the 39 car of Bryson Morris, who had to start at the back after bringing out that red flag.
He's up to 15th already.
Yeah, he was one of those drivers we expected to make his way through the field, and Jonathan, great observation, already up to 15th position.
Yeah, Matt Clark's moved up to 4th place. Good start from him too, but yeah, keeping an eye on Ryan Sheehan too. He started 13th, he's up to 9th. And Joseph Daniel to 11th place, but yeah, I'll keep an eye on Morris and see how he comes through, because we know he's fast.
At the front, it looks like Noel Leon maintaining his lead with the two Velocity Racing Development teammates right behind him. Jason Alder taking over that second spot from his teammate Nico Christodoulou. Jason trying to get his season back on track after winning 2 of the first 3 races. He's been shut out of the podium for the last couple of weekends, so Jason looking to get things rolling once again as Nico Christodoulou right there in 3rd spot, and then Matt Clark tucked right under his rear wing as these 4 have broken away just a little bit from the 5th place runner Christian VIR.
Good clean start, 2 distinct groups now. You can see from that shot just exactly how far they've pulled away from each other as they head down the back.
Yeah, Lucas St. John in the 98 car for iCar Canada leading that second pack of cars with Matt Christensen, Seth Foley, and Ryan Sheehan right behind him. Victor Anderson also part of that pack. Then Joseph Dinelli a little further off the back of that. He's got Gabriel Fonseca right on his rear wing. Look at Matt Clark challenging for that final step on the podium as he is right on the back of Nico Christodoulou as these drivers make their way out on the front straightaway and by our commentary position. Jason Alder ducks to the outside as they go by start-finish. Now they're 3 wide heading down into the horseshoe turn as Noel Leon in the Velocity Racing Development sandwich, and he gets swamped by both of them. And it looks like Christodoulou's got the advantage as they leave the horseshoe and head down toward NASCAR.
Side by side coming into NASCAR, something's got to give. Left hook coming up, and someone's going to get one if they're not lucky.
Jason Alder was going to be able to get the lead away from him, having an inside line going into 3.
Exactly, so Alder with that advantage.